restoring men in history. And we want you men to do well in life, right? We're here for you, you ladies, if you're watching as well. So what do we think is important for a man to do well with and ladies to do well? Goals. And you got to write them down. So I've had success writing down goals in different arenas and areas, and you've got to break them up. I don't know what your goals are. So first, what are your goals? You got to decide what they are. We're in a new year. What are your goals for this year? What do you want to accomplish? Who has to take action to make them? Once you write them down, who's it up to? You, right? So first, write down your goals. What are they? What do you want to accomplish this year? 2, why? Why is that important to you? Because a good why will do what? When Batman in the film falls down, what does he do? Pick himself up, right? If a good why will allow you to pick yourself up, you're going to face obstacles that have nothing to do with your goals. And you're going to face obstacles with your goals. As men, we have to go forward. Doesn't matter what we feel. Doesn't matter what we think. You got to go forward. So you can adjust now if they're not working. I'm not saying don't change tactics or change strategy or change what you want to do if it's just not working. But what I'm saying is, first bit of resistance, you have resilience, a virtue, and you go through. So what do you do with goals? First of all, you got to write them down. How do you write them down? So we want you to have short-term goals, long-term goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals, 5-year goals, 10-year goals. Do you have that written down? You can put it on a computer. You can put it on paper. I like to put it on a computer so I have it with me always. And I like to at least do it a few times during the year written. It helps me. And I've had success achieving a lot of these goals I wrote down. Now, we want you to have, SMART was a technique device. SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Before we go on, you can also put your goals up on a whiteboard and look at them every day if you want. So I don't normally do that. I do it if I'm when we were in team meetings or something. I used to use them, but I don't put that down for me. But you can if that's going to help you. You can also do a dream board if that's going to help you and put on all you want to achieve in life. But just remember, you're men. We want you to go forward. We're for you here, right? We want you to go forward. So we're trying to give you these things. Write them down. And it has to be specific. So I want a business. Is that specific? No, let's say this. I want to start a plumbing business by the end of the year. So what do you have to do for that? What's the measurable and what do you have to do each month? Or you want to become a contractor. What do you have to do to become a contractor? Well, you're going to have to get your licenses, right? So you got to study. So what are short-term, long-term? And control. What can you control? So in some goals you can control, right? So you can control how many pages of that contracting books for the test you're going to do a day, right? So that's a controllable goal. We want you to have some measurable goals, but also ones that you can control. So you can control how many pages you read a day to prepare for your test, to take whatever license you need, if you need a license. That's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, right? So I'm going to have my plumber's contract license within 2 years. And I'm going to take the first test and this or contracting license, excuse me. I jumped off to plumbing. Contracting license, okay? Because you need a contractor's license. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's just say, and something you can control. Also pick some goals. So let's say you got your business goals. If you want to have friendship goals, relationship goals, if you want to have health goals, what would be a health goal? I want to get stronger. Well, how are you going to do that? I want to get stronger. So so on the top goal, I want to get stronger by lifting heavy weights. And then you put in underneath that, have the action goals, right? The number one, A1 is that. And then 1 is go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Go to Gold's Gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever it is. I'm going to do biceps and back on Monday. Wednesday, I'm going to do chest, right? Friday, I'm going to do legs. So put it in there. And then you're going to say, by the end of the year, I want to be 20% stronger. So you'll take your measurements. That's very measurable, right? You know what your bench press is today. And you know what it's going to, so 12 months from now, you're going to measure your strength. And if if you're bench pressing a certain amount and you go up by 20%, you got it. You got your goal. So health goals, you're going to eat better or not? I don't know. Just walking maybe 3 times a day. That's not the point. If your business goal, you want to close 5 more deals a year. So it's not just, I want to grow my business. The specific is, I want to close 5 more deals this year by November, right? Because you want to get it in by Thanksgiving. People start thinking about it. Then what are the underneath steps on that? I'm going to make 100 extra calls a day, or I'm going to make 100 extra calls a week, or I'm going to go to 3 networking events extra a week, or 3 extra a month. I don't know what it takes in your industry. But if you want to close 5 extra deals, or you want to grow your business by 20%, either one's fine measurement, then how are you going to get, what are the steps going to be there, right? You're going to make so many more calls, send out so many more emails, which lead to more appointments, which lead to close more deals, right? More deals closing. All right, so we're going fast here. You're going to get this. Remember this year, how are you going to spend your time, energy, and money? They're limited, right? You have a limited amount of time, energy, and money. Where are you going to put it and why? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 10 years? Let's look at wealth goals. Wayne wanted me to mention wealth. So we got a message to do a wealth video. This is not really a wealth video, but you also want to have wealth goals, right? Where do you want to be in terms of wealth in 5 years and in 10 years? How much money do you want to have saved? Do you want to have stocks? Do you want to have real estate? What kind of assets do you want? All right, that's a different goal. That's a wealth goal. So there's business goals, wealth goals, health goals, friendship goals. You want to build one deep friendship with a man this year, with a buddy. How are you going to do that? Well, I'm going to go out 12 times to a cigar bar to smoke cigars 3 hours each time, and we're going to talk about his goals, my goals. Then what do we have here setting up? If you aren't good at completing your goals, you want an accountability partner who reviews every month with you your goals. And you sit down and you go, this is what I want to accomplish next month. And this is what I want to accomplish for the year, John. And here's how we're going to get there. Then you ask him, how should I tweak this? How can you make it better? Because he's going to have opinions, right? He may be able to make you better and get opinions. You can have a monthly team strategy meeting if you want. But here's the thing. With this accountability partner, try to meet with him and go over his goals. Be giving. Make sure you ask him about his goals, what he wants to accomplish. You can talk about books you've read that make you better. So the other way to build that friendship, but sit somewhere in a cigar bar and really talk about the books you've read, talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's your life. But talk, right? All right, so that's building a friendship. So your goals could be, I'm going to improve my business by 20%. I'm going to build one deep male friendship. What if you want a girlfriend? You got to get steps for that, right? We're not going to go through that example, but all right, what else? Health goals, bench by 20%. So you've got some specific measurable goals there. You can put it on a whiteboard if you want to remember it every day, but remember the underneath steps. You need the action steps to go with your goals. Let me see if, so remember this, ask yourself, what do you want to do? Why you want to do it? Do you want to start a business or do you want to work from somebody else? Do you want to change jobs or do you want to stay at your current job? If you're going to stay in your current job, what do you want to accomplish in that? Do you need to learn skills to get a new job? If you need to learn skills, then a goal needs to be, I'm going to get these skills to get better, because you want to add skills. You pick what you want to do, and you're in control of it for the most part. And you get to go for it, and we want you to go for it. So we want you to get your goals. We want you to achieve in life. So here's how you do it. You start simple, writing down on a piece of paper or your computer what you want and why you want it and how you're going to get there and how you're going to spend your time and energy and money this year. Right now, we want you to go get it. Go get it.